Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasharam cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Matasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Matasya Padma Padam cha Hastamalakam cha Shishyam Tam Todakam Vartika Manyan अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्परम् ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः 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 अनंत शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मनि सविलास महामोह ग्राह ग्रासैक कर्मणि 121 we completed and we read 121 and 22. 21 was Antaryaminamarabhya stavaranteşvadinah santyashvatarkasamvamshadehe kuladevata darshanat. Starting from Antaryami onwards, the worship of God or understanding it is God, Antaryaminam arabhya, from there, Stavaranteshu, Swavaranteshu, Swavaranta Ishavadina. So, in all of them, Swavaranta Ishavadina. So, those who are thinking that Ishvara is there in all, from meaning worshipping physical forms as God. Not that they have the knowledge that God is everywhere, but considering a particular form or an object as God. In that, Jnanam is called, Bhagavan Krishna calls that in Gita, that knowledge is tamasic. Attaching to one particular idea or notion or a form and considering that as God is not considered as the sattvic attitude or sattvic knowledge. It is called tamasikam. Santi ashwatha arka vamshadehe. Ishabhavaha in what? In Santi, it is there in what? Ashwatha Vriksha, in the people tree or Ashwatha tree. Arka, again there, some kind of a grass. Vamsha, like some bamboos, etc. Kula Devata Darshanat. They also worship them as their Kula Devata. Now, we have to clearly understand who is Ishvaraha and what is Maya. This determination has to be clear for us to understand Vedanta also. Because there are so many different, in the name of Vedanta also, there are so many different misconceptions. So if you really want to understand from the standpoint of Upanishad, what is the nature of Ishvara? What is the nature of God? And what is the nature of Maya? So therefore, here 122, Tattva Nischaya Kamena Nyaya Gama Vicharinam Ekaiva Pratipatti Syat Apyatra Sputamuchyate Sapyastra Chudamuchyate Tattva Nischaya Kamena Nyanyagama Vicharinam Ekaiva Pratipatti Syat Sapyatra Sputamuchyate. The person who is seeking to know about the nature of Ishvaraha must determine the purport of the Vedanta Upanishad very clearly. That is called Tattva Nischaya. Tattva. Must have one volunteer should stand, not you, but ask somebody, one of the teams, they have to. So, Tattva Nischaya Kamena. So it is also said in Ashtavakra Gita, Prayatnat aprayatnatva mudo napnodi nirvritim tattva nischaya matrena pragyum bhavati nirvritaha. Mudaha na apnodi. First of all, a fool does not get. Even that a person puts an effort, no effort. Prayatnat aprayatnatva. Whether he puts a prayatnam or aprayatnam. Mudaha na apnodi nirvritim. Shantim na apnoti saha. On the other hand, tattva nischaya matrena prajnaha nirvritim apnoti. So what is tattva nischaya? Tattva means what is the essential teaching that needs to be clarified clearly there. So a person should approach the Upanishads, the Agama, that's what he says. Tattva nischaya kamena, two things have to be employed. Nyaya Agama Vicharinam. Here, Nyaya should be understood as reflection, thinking in the line of what is said in the Shruti. Logic can be used as a tarka also, as a logical argument. But logical thinking, which is the nature of the buddhi, should be in line with what is the argument given in the Upanishads. Shrudimatas tarkaha anusandiyatam. That's Vedanta, Sadhana Panchakam would say. Shrudimatas tarkaha anusandiyatam. Dushtarkat subiramyatam. Tarka chahiye hi. कौन सा तर्क? तर्क श्रुति अनुसार तर्क. Our thinking should be based upon what is said in the Shastra. Now, when it comes to doing the logical reflection of thinking, we should not merely go by what is experienced by us as anubhava. The anubhava is no doubt taken into account. Anubhuti should be taken into account, but it should not be only one we should take into account. If you say sky is blue and that's what I experienced, therefore it is true, that is not the correct yukti. Even though I'm seeing the sky as blue, but is it blue? उसमें विचार होना चाहिए. If a scientist have come to conclude that there is no blueness in the sky, you cannot argue because I'm seeing, therefore it is true. Just because your sense organs are reporting certain things, that doesn't necessarily be the truth. जो आप देख सकते हैं वही सत्य नहीं होता है. Whatever you are seeing cannot become the reality by itself. So we have to take what is the standpoint of the science. In the same way, जो अनुभव होता है, whatever be our experience, उसको युक्ति से देखना है. You have to think about it. Not because anubhava standalone, you cannot accept that. Even if it is given in the Shastra as a yukti, if it has not become your experience, does not discount it. You should not discount that. Because we say, beyond this Panchakosha, there is a Paramatma. That is not my experience. But Shruti has said that. So, what is ajñātam? But vijñēyam. What is not known, but to be known, can be done only through Shruti. So therefore, Nyaya Agama Vicharinam Eka Eva Pratipattihi. So whoever be the one who is doing the vichar as it is prescribed by the Shruti, along with the Yukti, what they will gain is Eka Eva Pratipattihi. Eka Eva Jnanam. Ekam Eva Jnanam. Eka because Pratipatti is feminine. Eka Pratipattihi. Ekam Eva Jnanam. Eka eva pratipatti syat. Indeed, one alone will be the final result, knowledge out of this. Sa pratipattihi api also atra here sputamucchate. Now it is going to be spoken very clearly. Dhyaranji saying that I am now going to clarify this point. What? Pratipattihi jnanam ekameva yadi. In case Nyaya and Agama Vichar, if you do, if anyone takes up at any time to do the Vichara based upon the Agama, Shastra, as well as the Yukti Anusara, Agama Anusara Yukti, what he or she will reach is the same point of knowledge. So that is established here. So Yukti, so that's what I pointed out here. And it has to be used along with the Nyaya. Nyaya has to be understood as the method of thinking by the, and Agama Vichar also should be not taken it directly as merely because it is said in the Shastra, therefore it is true. That is also not right, because then at some point of time you will start doubting it. So it should be followed by Vichar. Proper vichar, nyaya vichar also to be done. And not blindly just following what is said there, but you must independently think why it is said, how it is said, and all those things. So, as far as the analysis of vichar is concerned, Vedanta Vakya is primary, Anubhav is secondary. As I said, in the blueness of the sky is the Anubhava, but the scientific discovery is the primary. Even as the primary discovery, primary statement may contradict my anubhava, but what I must give importance to that is what is already declared by the science out of their own research and understanding. In the same way, Vedanta Vakya is given primary, Pratama Sthanam, and then Anubhava should be given as the secondary aspect only. That needs to be understood in this context. All right. Now, what is that? First of all, let us understand what is Maya. So this understanding of Maya is very important to know about Ishvara. So Maya Vichar starts here. Until now, it is various different schools of thoughts and everything we saw. Now we come to what do you call that? What's the most crucial teaching of Upanishad regarding the Srishti. Srishti Vichar, discussion on the creation, usually people shy away because it is not easily comprehensible. If you look at any of the many religious scriptures, especially Buddhism doesn't even talk about Srishti. They don't even have a discussion on that point. Whereas in Vedanta, even though Upanishad will in different ways talk about the Srishti, but what is the role of Ishvara here? What is that which we call it as Maya? And all these things need to be clarified. Therefore, he has taken up that in the next verse. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat Mayinam tu maheshwaram Asyavayavabhutaistu Vyaptam sarvamidam jagat Mayam tu prakritim vidyat Mayinam tu maheshwaram Asyavayavabhutaistu Vyaptam sarvamidam jagat. Maya का स्वरूप क्या है? What is the swarupa nature of Maya? And what is the pramana by which we understand Maya? What is the pramana? Where is it proved that there is Maya? Is it something, we consumed ourselves, or it is having an authority, a scriptural authority is there? The third aspect is, what are the karyas of the Maya? Maya karyam kim? Meaning, what is the effect? What are the effects that are brought out by Maya? These are the three things to be understood first. Now, first definition, what is Maya? Mayam tu prakritim vidhi. It is said in Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Maya is equal to Prakriti. So, any student would say, you give another name, that's all. Maya is Prakriti. Prakriti kya hai? What is Prakriti? So, Prakriti should be understood as Upadana Karanam Jagataha. It is the Upadana, material cause of this world is called Prakriti. This, in any object you take, anything that is produced in this world must have material thing. Material thing only we see. If mud pot is there, and then pot has to be having a material cause called mud. So it applies to everything in this world. And because we are perceiving through the senses, and the moment we perceive through the senses, it becomes matter. Matter alone can be perceived by the senses, nothing else. Right? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, etc. can only perceive what is matter, made of 5 elements. So these 5 elements constitute together as a Prakriti. Or in other words, Prakriti is expressing itself as these 5 elements. Matter. And any object you take, one or more of the 5 elements will be there. So therefore, Maya equal to Prakriti, Prakriti equal to Upadana Karanam, material cause. This is the first thing. Now, any person who is little more thinking would ask, how did a material cause become the object? Material cause, you're saying fire, water, air, space, etc. But how did it become the variety of the universe that we are seeing here? Can it happen on its own? Unless there is some intelligence involved here. Not one looks like another. Not one can do the function of the other. Variety presupposes there is some creativity. There is some intelligence. So therefore, Mayinam, one who is wielding this power of creation, to Maheshwaram. So Maheshwara is what then? Nimitta Karanam. Maya tu Upadana Karanam. Ishvaraha Nimitta Karanam. This is a simple understanding of which we all have. Those who studied Vedanta, I don't need to explain that much. Therefore, Nimitta Karanam is the Ishvaraha. And in Gita also, Pragatim Swamavashtabhya in many places, or he said that Maya Adhyakshena Prakritihi Suyate sa Characharam Hetunanena Kaunteya Jagat Viparivartate. So I, the one who is under my supervision, Maya is creating this world, and because of which the whole world is functioning. So Bhagavan made it clear in Gita also. So if Adhyaksha, Ishvaraha is Adhyaksha of Prakriti, is it that he is putting under control or under him? No, it is not under him, with him. To be understood, not to be underestimated. Bhagavan says, my Maya, don't underestimate her, okay? Duratyaya mama Maya. It's very difficult to understand, forget about crossing over her. So it is like chaya matrameva. It is like a shadow of the person. The shadow of the person is always there, right? When you walk around, you probably may not notice, but it is there. It's not that, and so Swami is so tired, carrying that shadow. So much of it. It's not necessary that you have to worry about carrying this shadow. It will come on its own. It is following. So in the same way, Prakriti is that Maya is Maya Vinaha Chaya. So it is only the shadow of the Lord, and it's constantly accompanying him. And when he wants to use it, he will use it. So he is the Nimitta Karan, and Maya is the Upadhi. Upadana Karanam. So now this is pretty much those who have studied will not have to worry about that. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, Mayinam tu Nimitta Karanam tu Maheshwaram. Science does not accept this point, because objects are accepted as matter, no doubt, but they don't accept the existence of some God who is creating this world. Is it not true? They don't accept the concept of God. I mean, then in science and religion, there is no difference at all then. Science does not accept the Nimitta Karan. Science only believes in evolution. Think. That is, the matter by itself is slowly evolving to the next stage. That's what they believe in. They do not believe in a power external to the matter, working on the matter to make it better, evolve. So it is self-evolving matter. That's what they constantly bring in. Self-evolving. It is evolving by itself. But Vedanta says that having created this whole universe, matter part of it, being matter jadam, they don't know their own existence. So who is the experiencer of this matter world? The experience of this matter should be something other than the matter. Who knows it? Who has awareness? Who is conscious? So therefore, chetanatvam avashyakam. There should be a conscious entity who would be recognizing the presence of matter. So, asya avayava bhutaihi, asya ishvarasya. Ishvarasya avayava bhutaihi vyaptam jagat. So, Ishvaraha, having taken the Maya as the power to create this matter world, having understood that this Maya is of three kinds, gunas, Sattvika, Rajasika and Tamika guna together only, Trigunatmika Maya. And he had used, or the Maya's Tamasika portion has become the inert Jada matter. If the Chaitanyam has to be there to experience the matter, it has to be involved in the Sukshma aspect of the matter, which is Sattvic. So in the Sattvika Amsha, Sattvika part of the Maya is where Amsha of the Lord lodged himself. In the Sattvic aspect of Maya, Ishvara Amsha has entered and it becomes the one who is the Bhokta of the rest of it. That's why Bhagavan said, Mamai Vamsha Jiva Loke, Jiva Bodha. So that when you say Amsha, it does not mean in any way lesser in degree. So it's like a fire and the spark. The spark is equally powerful. Maybe looking small, but one spark is sufficient to burn the entire forest. One spark somewhere, that's what happens, no? That, what do you call that? Arson, they don't go with the big torch in their hand. But because everything is dry, it will pick up. Or even the cigarette light will do. So, avayava here to be understood amsha. Asya avayava bhutaihi jivaihi. In the form of jiva. Who is jiva here? The amsha of the Lord reflected in the sattvic part of the Maya, which is buddhi. Because that is come antakaranani, mana buddhi ahankara chittam, together is the sattvic aspect of the Maya. In that sattvic aspect of the Maya, Ishwarasya amsha pradibhimbitaha. In that pradibimba of the Ishvara amsha, the world has become completely enveloped. Vyaptam sarvamidam jagat. That is why Bhagavan says, Mamai vamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. The entire world is none other than my amsha, my aspect of it reflected as jivas in this world. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtina, amshamurtina. Maya tadamidam sarvam jagat amshamurtina. My aspect of it has started to reflect in this all creation. So therefore, in everything, the sattvic part of that particular object is where Amsha of the Lord is sitting there. Amsha of the sitting means what? Reflecting his presence. So, avayava bhutaistu vyaptam sarvamidam jagat. Because if it is Jada world, obviously nobody will know its existence. When you get into a room and where only chairs and tables are there, they don't know that they are existing. So after Sunday, when I come in the afternoon and look at the condition of the chair, everywhere, everything on there, on here, on there. Obviously, the parents have come here, attended, and then without doing anything, they went. Then, say around late in the evening when I come, everything is arranged. They arranged themselves. And nobody came to the building. Then what? Who did this? There must be a conscious living being only must have done that. Not like other parents who are unconscious living beings. But one conscious living being only must have done that. But not by themselves, they have started arranging themselves. So they are Jadam, they cannot do it. So Jada Jagat cannot be known, even existing. Therefore, here it is Avayava Bhutaihi, Asya Ishvarasya Avayava Bhutaihi Vyaptam. By that Avayava Amsha Bhutaihi Vyaptam. Jagat. Idam Sarvam Jagat Vyaptam. So now we can understand Maya is the Upadana Karanam, Ishvaraha is the Nimitta Karanam, and plus what he does, not only he shaped, made the forms of possible, varieties of forms possible, but at the same time, he himself has become the very experiencer of that very thing that is created here. So that is the reason why he is the Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. वहां बैठ के वो भोगता भी है. A Jada cannot bhog, the vada, one vada, next vada, they cannot enjoy each other. Who's the bhogta here? Who's the enjoyer of that? Bhagavan says, Bhoktaram Yajnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Mam Nyatva Shantim Richati. And only knowing me as the Bhokta, then you will know that I am the one who is experiencing through every one of them. Even the smallest, even the bee going into the flower and then, taking the honey out of the tree. Flower doesn't enjoy that honey. But the honey is enjoyed by what? Bhokta. Kahan pe hai wo bhokta? In the bee. Want to be. Bhagavan said, I want to be in the bee. Ishvara Amsha alone in that bee is experiencing it. Iti Shrutyanusareణ Nyayo Nirnaya Ishvare Tata Satya Virodha Syat Stavarante Shavadinam Iti Shrutyanusareణ Nyayo Nirnaya Ishvare Tada Satya Virodha Syat Stavarante Shavadinam Iti Shruti Anusarena Iti, thus, along with or according to the Shruti Anusarena, in line with the Shruti, Ishvare Nirnaya Nyaya. About the Ishvara, the Nirnaya, the determination with logic. Nyaya Nirnaya Ishvare. With respect to Ishvara, this determination of who is Ishvara is understood. It is not my statement, it is Shvetashvara Upanishad itself has said that Maya is the Prakriti, Mayinam is Mayinam is Ishwaram. The one who is Ishwaram iti Vidhi. That should be understood. Mayam tu Prakritim Vidhi. Vidhi is Vidyat. Mayinam Ishwaram Vidyat. To understand Mayinam, the one who is the wielder of this, is known as Ishwaraha. For a person who has thus gained this kind of knowledge, what knowledge? That in this Upadana Karana of the world is Prakriti, and by itself cannot be the variety without the presence of Nimitta Karan. The mud cannot become pot without a potter. The gold cannot become a necklace without the necklace. No, sir, goldsmith. So somebody is making it. So that the Ishvaraha is there who could make it that possible. Right? Now, when this understanding takes place, to such a Vedantin, when somebody says the tree is God, Stavar, Ashwatha, or Arka, the grass is God, or one would say the bamboo is God. Theek hai. Why? Vedantin has no virodha with any one of them. So, tada avirodha syat. Tada sati. Ishware nirnayah nyayah sati. Tada avirodha syat. So, a Vedantin will have no issue with this at all. A true Vedantin does not have any objection, because if somebody is worshipping a particular form as God, yeah, take hai, usme bhi hai na. But what he thinks, that alone is, that is the problem. So when somebody knocks at my door and says, do you believe in Christ as God? Yeah, he also. Kya hai? Sab log, everything is allowed, everybody is allowed. We have no problem with that. But what do they? No. He alone. That is your problem. And what can I do for that? Vedantin has no issue with that. Allah, Muhammad, that he can. So many are there, one more, it doesn't matter to us. So any form is okay. Because then everything is there as a part of the matter. Matter cannot exist by itself without that presence. So every matter, any matter for that matter, doesn't matter. So for him, Ishware nirnayah tada sati avirodha sya stavarante stavaran isha adivadinam. Even those people who are considering even the inert things as Ishvara, no problem. Chalta hai. So, for a true Vedantin, there is no objection to any form of faith. Because some of them, most of them, are fanatically holding on to a particular form or a concept or a notion as God, and they are stuck with that. Because Vedantin looks at you with a smile. It's okay, you will have all, no problem. When you understand it clearly, then you will, and if you think clearly, and then you will come out of it. And you will also realize that, yes, and that is a universal acceptance takes place then. There is no fanaticism or confining idea of God to some particular form or particular prophet. So that is the idea here. Iti Shruti anusarena nyayah nirnayah ishware nirnaye ishware ishware nirnaye. When that Ishvara is understood in this way, tada sati avirodha syat. There is no virodha, there is no opposition here. Stavarante savaranta ishavadinam. So in that savara also, in the very tree or the plant or anything else, in that also there is Ishvara in those people who are worshipping it. As Vedantin will look at it as that is also correct. No issue. Buddhajane. Sati. Avirodha. Sati avirodha, satya virodha. Okay, what is the Swarupa of Maya? Now the discussion is, what is the Swarupa of Maya? Maya cheyam tamo rupa tapaniyetatiranaat anubhutim tatra manam pradijagye shruti swayam Maya cheyam tamo rupa tapaniyetatiranaat anubhutim tatra manam pradigye shruti pradijagye shruti swayam. Maya swarupam, mayayaha swarupam tamo rupam. Tamo. In general, Maya is tamas. In general. Tamo rupaha Maya. Yam Maya tamo rupa. And it is said in the particular Upanishad, Nrasimha Uttara Tapaniya Upanishad, here referred as Tapaniye Shrutau, in the Shruti called Tapani, in that Tapaniye, Tat Irana, because it is spoken or it is stated. Maya is of the nature of tamas. Now, here tamas should be not understood as a darkness, it should be understood as ignorance. Ajnana Rupa Maya, Avidya Rupa Maya. The Vivek Chodamani also says that Anirvachaniya Avidya Maya. Nahyasya Vidya Manaso Vidirikta, these are all Maya Swarupam. What is Maya? What is the definition of Maya according to Vivek Chodamani? Huh? No, not that. Huh? This famous verse. Avyaktanamni Paramesha Shaktihi Anadya Vidya Trigunatmika Para Karyanumeya Sudiyeva Maya Yaya Jagat Sarvamidam Prasuya. Avyaktanamni Paramesha Shaktihi. And what is that? Anadi Avidya Maya. So, Tamo Rupa Avidya Rupa. Maya cha iyam tamo rupa tapaniye tadiranat, being that again Shruti is quoted here. First definition of Maya is quoted as it is done earlier also in Shvetashvara Upanishad. Maya equal to Prakriti equal to Upadana Karanam. What is the Swarupa of Maya? There it is definition. What is Maya? Here it is what is the nature of Maya? Tamo Rupa Maya. Avidya Rupa Maya. Tapaniye Tadiranat, because it is stated in Tapaniya Upanishad. All right. Now, what is the proof that it is Tamo Rupa? What is the yukti which you use? What is the way you understand ourselves? What we understand as Maya? And what is the means through which we know Maya? What is the pramanam? Pramana means what is the proof? So, proof for the existence of Maya is Anubhav. Anubhutim tatra manam. Tatra, in that context, Maya Vishaye, in the Maya Vishaya, manam pramanam kim? Anubhuti. Our own Anubhuti, our own experience is the pramana for Maya as Tamaha. Shrutihi Swayam Pratijajñe. Pratijajñe, it is declared by the Shruti also. Shruti is quoted here anyways. Now, Anubhuti is what? We all know anything that is of the product in this world, any matter, what is the nature of avidya? Not knowing. Ajnanam is the nature of jadam. So, in general, anything that is created in this world, leaving aside the Ishwarasya Amsha, Ishwara Amsha is the Ishwara himself. Jisa Nimitta Karan, as his own Amsha, is the one which is aware of the existence of the matter in the form of a Jiva, Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha. Leaving aside that, everything else is Maya only. And what is the nature of Maya? In the absence of Chetanatvam in anything, Jadam. Is it not our experience then? This is Jadam. Everything is around me is Jadam. Not you all, but even when you say you, when you see, look at your physical body is Jadam only. What am I seeing? Really speaking, I'm seeing only Jadam everywhere. The chair as well as the one who is on the chair also. Physical body is Jadam by nature. When you are in sleep or in an unconscious state, or you are given anesthesia, what is that then? Yeah, physical body, and then they can do anything with that. You don't even bother about it. Why it is Jadam? So, this is our own Anubhuti. Anubhuti Reva Manam. It is our own experience itself is a pramana for this. And it is also declared by the scriptures. What? Tamo Rupa Maya. So here, this empirical experience of all is evidence for existence of Maya, says Shruti. So existence of everything, which we experience as the Jadarupa Jagat itself, it's not only our experience, but it is also supported by the Shruti as well. Now, in what way it is expressing itself? Next question. What is the effect of Maya? Definition of Maya we saw Prakriti. Swarupa of Maya we saw Tamo Rupa. What are the Karya of Maya? What are the effects of Maya? That is said here, 126. Jadam mohatmakam tachet. Tacha iti. Okay. Jadam mohatmakam tacheti. Anubhavayati shrutihi. Abalagopam spashtatvat. Anantyam tasya sabravit. Jadam mohatmakam tacheti. Anubhavayati shrutihi. Abalayopam spashtatvat. Anantyam tasya sabravit. Tacha iti. Of that, what iti means thus. What? Jadam mohatmakam. Jadam or inertness and mohatmakam, potentially causing delusion. It is causing the delusion, and also the effect of Maya is jadatvam, inertness, acetanatmakam. Chetanam is not Maya kritam. Anywhere where Chetana is there, it is Ishvara. And wherever there is achetanam, that is Maya. What is Maya? Jadam. That is the effect of Maya. And also that Maya can potentially cause moha. How we will see later. So Jadam mohatmakam cha iti. These are the two things. Anubhavayati shruti. Anubhavayati means make us come to know. Anubhavayati means anubhavam karayati. Anubhavam karayati. Make us come to experience or know. Here to be jnapayati. Make us come to understand that the nature of Maya is Jadam. I mean, the effect of Maya is Jadam and delusion. And how does that proved here? What is that which you call it as Jadam and what is called it as a Mohatmakam? We'll see a little carefully here. When it comes to experience of the Maya, Abhala Gopam Spashtatvat. Means up to. Up to a child. Even a child will know, come to experience this world. Nobody is there who is not experiencing this world. Everybody who experiences the world, they know that objects are inert by nature. Abhala, Gopa means even the cowherd, unpad, illiterate, those who have no independent thinking, those who don't use buddhi to think, they also know, like that of the children who are not using their intellect, not that they don't have, but they are not using. And bhala means up to the children as well as those who know, those who have intellect but not using it also. See, in the case of children, they are not mature enough to use, and those who are mature but not using. Abhala gopam spashtatvat. It is very clear, evidential. Spashta means evident. Spashtatvat. Tasya anantyam tasya abravit. Anantyam tasya abravit. So here, the anantyam is illusory nature of that. Anantyam tasya abravit. So what it means is the universal nature. Illusive and universal nature. Anantatvat anantyam. Antam na vidyate, meaning anantyam here means it is not conditioned by any particular spatial or time limits. It is universally present. Anantyam, universally elusive it is. Elusive, we'll come to know a little later about that, but tasya anantyam, that universal presence is abravit sa. Sa means shrutihi. Shrutihi tasya mayayaha. Tasya means here jadasya. Mayayaha karyam jadaha. Jadasya anantyam. How far is this jadaswarupa of Maya? So we only see this world, right? You mean to say another planet there is no Maya? There is no Jadam. If you go to land in Mars or in Jupiter or in even, as you send there into the moon, Maya to yahan bhi hai. Jadatva is here also there. Anything that is found as the world is none other than nothing but Maya's effect. So how far you go? Anywhere you go. Cross this galaxy and go to another galaxy. Maya hai yahan pe. So universal it is. So, abhala gopam spashtatvat anantyam tasya cha abravit. So that is also Sa Shrutihi Abraved. So we can see very clearly that everything is the cause created by the effect of Maya alone. So as far as the Jadatva is concerned, there is no limit. Limitless is the Jadaswarupa Maya. An interesting thing is, this limitless Maya is experienced by whether you are a wise person or otherwise also. Agnyasya Vijnasya Cha Vishwamasti. Saddarshanam, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, Agnyaha api, Vijnyaha api, Jagat Pashyati. Agnyasya for the Agnaha, Vijnasya for the one who is wise, Vishwam Asti. The world is there. What? In the form of what? Jadarupa Vishwam Asti. Experientially, one can see that. So that means anybody, anywhere, any part of the universe will be able to see Jadaswarupa of Maya. So now, coming to the next point, this same Upanishad continues. Achitatmagadadinam yat swarupam jadam hitat yatra kunti bhaved buddhihi samoha iti laukikaha ajitatmagatadinam yatswarupam jadam hitat yatra kunti bhaved buddhihi samoha iti laukikaha. Gatadinam yatswarupam, gata adinam, in the part, etc. What is the swarupa of a part? Jadam. What is that? Achitatma gatadinam, which is not endowed with chit. That's called ajitatma. Achitatma. There are people who give the name Ajita. By mistake, if you say Achita, then it's a problem there. Are you Ajita or Achita? In Tamil, it's all the same. No? So what does it mean? Oh, inert, come here. Achita means an inert only here. Ajita means unconquered. Achita means stupid. Inert. So, Achitatma Gatadina. The part, etc., which is not endowed with chit, consciousness, yet swarupam, whatever his nature is, jadam itat. So, maya yaha karyam jadam, first point, that it is of the nature of jada. But then some people, in spite of able to think, when they don't think properly, manda buddhitvat. Some people, that's called kunti bhave buddhihi. Kunti bhave means it's closed. It is not opening up and thinking it. When a person does not think, it becomes a dull-witted mind. So, yatra kunti bhave buddhihi, because a person does not have the energy or the willingness to think, because of which become dull-witted intellect, that dull-wittedness is also Maya Karyam. Avaranat. Because it, Jnanena, sorry, got called. As Bhagavan would say, where is Kama, you would say, Indriyani Bano Buddhihi Asya Adhishtana Muchyate Etaihi Vimohayati Yeshaha Jnanamavritya Dehinam. Etaihi Indriya Manobuddhibihi. Indriya Manobuddhi Etaihi Jnanamavritya Dehinam Mohayati. What Mohayati? Kim Mohayati? Maya Mohayati. Maya is able to delude the person by sitting as desire in the Indriya Manobuddhi. So when a person becomes dull-witted, yatra kunti bhavet buddhihi sa moha iti. That is the moha iti laukikaha pruvanti. So the laukikaha men, people in general understand, even a person who is not thinking correctly, he is also referred as what? Jadam. Jada buddhi. सोचते नहीं. Delusion is also the effect of Maya. So that is the reason why Maya is said to have two swarup, two karyams. One is Jadatva and Mohakarya. Mohakari. She is the Mohakari. Now, this way, now we have to understand Maya's experience of Maya by three different categories of people. Three kinds of people who are looking at Maya. Laukikaha, Buddhimantaha, Jnanina. Laukikaha means, in general, everybody. Ajnani, in general, that is called those who are not having correct knowledge. What is their perception of Maya? Then those people who are thinking, what is their perception of Maya? And those who know, those who are jnanis, what is their perception of Maya? So three different standpoints we have to think. So because here analysis about Maya, what is it from the standpoint of people who are ajnanis, ignorant, laukikaha, in general, prakritajana? What is the standpoint of Maya for those people who are using the logic and trying to think and understand it? And those people, third category of those people who have understood it. What is Maya? So now, yes, we'll see that in the next class. So this analysis on what is the understanding of Maya. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhavat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.